Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you may be, or good evening or good night. This is Jen at JensArtyInclinations, a place to create, share and play.
Hello, it's Junk Journal January time, which is hosted by Meg's Journals, and here are all the prompts.
With today's prompt being newspaper. All right, so I had these 4 little cards and a sheet of newspaper, and I just grabbed the weather section and the TV guide section because that seemed to be random enough. And all I'm doing is I'm covering the fronts of these cards with some newspaper, and it's quite nice working with newspaper again. I'm just burnishing them down with my bone folder to make sure that they sit down really nicely. And then I cut a little strip across these other 4 cards that I had so that it sat across the bottom of them. And then all I'm doing is cutting it all out to sort of stick it down and make some little doorways. So here I'm just carefully as I can, trimming down the newspaper just to the edge of the card and doing that on each of these 4. And then doing the same on the actual covers. So I started cutting it off the newspaper sheet, but then I realised cut them down into smaller pieces, and then it's easier to cut the newspaper off the edge. So just trimming them up roughly like this at first, and then I trimmed each of the 4 down to size. And it means that each of them have newspaper on one side, which is really nicely laminated to the actual card, and plain on the other side. Then I rounded the corners and inked all the edges of each of them on the front and on the back. So these are all 4 with the newspaper on top and the little newspaper strips on the bottom ones. So these will be doors, hello kitty cat in the background there, and I'm just doing little thumb holes so that you'll be able to see easily that it is a door. Then I'm just using masking tape to stick the 2 pieces together to make each of these little doors. So one on the inside and one wrapped around on the outside, and I've done that on each of the 4. And then see, it'll lift so that you have a little journaling spot underneath and the newspaper on the front. All right, in keeping with the newspaper theme, had to do some stamping on my background with some newspaper stamps I had. Both of these are darkroom door stamps. And I just put dark grey that I had. Now, sticking these down, I wanted to make sure that they stuck really well because we're getting towards the back of the journal now. And so I'm using my 540 glue so that it's a really nice strong hold onto the page. And doing the doorways before I stuck them down means that, all those hinges are sort of hidden inside. Now it's just decorating each of them. So I had some little washi tapes. They're not washi tapes, they're washi stickers. I had some washi stickers that were botanical themed, and I thought they were quite cute on each of the doors. And then I had these little faux stamps. Now I got them off one of the makers on Etsy. I'm really sorry, I can't remember who it was, but beautiful little faux stamps on chipboard. So I put some coloured cheesecloth that was some green and then also some coffee dyed on behind the little stamps, and then put the little chipboard stamps on top. And I've just used pegs to hold them in place just while that glue is drying and setting. So little pegs, little clips, little whatever I had to stick them down. So as I say, it's 2 layers of cheesecloth. One that is dyed green and another one that is dyed brown with coffee. And I cannot tell you what made the green because I actually cheated and got it in one of my little fabric stashes from Witchcraft Do You Do. But there you are. That's today all done. So 4 little doors, got the newspaper on the doors, which is pretty cute in the background there. And there you are. See you tomorrow. I'd love it if you could leave me a comment below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed what you saw today. And of course, please subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time. And in the meantime, keep creating. Enjoy!